What's up, boys? We're back in another video. How to survive an earthquake. I'm not gonna take too long. Let's get right into it.
All of a sudden, you feel a jolt beneath your feet. You think your legs might be shaking, but before you know it, everything is shaking around you. Roads are cracking, windows are smashing, and buildings are falling apart. And if you don't act fast, you'll be in some serious trouble. So here's what you can do to survive an earthquake. Earthquakes are devastating natural disasters that can destroy entire communities. They occur due to the tectonic plates on the Earth's crust. The plates are constantly rubbing against each other, and when these bumps are violent enough,
Class 101.
a seismic wave will happen, causing an earthquake. These can range from a slight tremor to a shake so big it will take out entire buildings. So if you do find yourself in this situation, what can you do to survive? Is there a way you can prepare for something like this? How can your desk help you
Well, in school,
survive?
they taught us to just hide underneath your desk. That's what they used to tell us.
And what should you do after the dust settles? We're not just here to ask questions, though. We've come up with our 6 most helpful tips on how to survive an earthquake.
Do you guys know? You know how y'all would survive? What would y'all do down in the comments? How would y'all survive?
Number 1, watch your surroundings. As soon as you start to feel a rumble, check to see what's around you. If you're near any tall shelves, televisions, or glass windows, you'll need to move away immediately.
Yeah.
These are the first things to fall and break during an earthquake. And if one of them injures you or lands on you, it could cause you to get stuck. And if you know an earthquake might be coming, do your best to secure anything that might fall before it happens. Number 2, drop, cover, and hold on. This is the official phrase from emergency management organizations, and they're the 3 most important words you'll need to know during an earthquake. First, you'll want to drop down low to the ground and seek some cover. This could be under a sturdy dining room table or your desk, and it will be your best bet for surviving any falling debris. Next, hold on until the rumbling stops. Number 3, keep on waiting. Even after the earthquake stops, it's best to stay put under cover for 1 to 2 minutes. As you wait,
How would y'all
more
survive
debris
this?
might fall, and aftershocks might occur after the initial quake. These are smaller earthquakes that sometimes occur after the big one. Number 4, check for injuries. Although you've managed
Man, what's the Rock doing in this, yo?
to survive this long, others might not have been so lucky. Check on your loved ones or anyone else near you to see if they need medical attention. If you're a medical professional or are trained in first aid, see what you can do to help. And if you're not, see if you can get in contact with a healthcare provider. And if someone is injured to the point where they can't move,
What would they do if, say, they had an earthquake and it just destroyed the whole hospital? Like what? What would they do then?
try to carefully move them away from any debris that might fall. Number 5, check for structural damage. Next, after you've done what you can for the people around you, identify any other potential hazards in your area. Smell to detect any gas leaks and look around for any major structural damage that might cause a problem in the near future. If you can safely do so, turn off your electricity and your gas. This will give you a better chance of preventing any explosions or fires. Number 6, go to your meeting place. If you live in a place that frequently gets earthquakes like California or anywhere along the Ring of Fire, you should have 2 meeting places arranged. One should be outside your home in the event of a smaller earthquake, and one outside your neighborhood in case a big earthquake happens. This will allow you to regroup with loved ones and plan where to go next.
That's right, tsunami, yo.
You're on a beach, not a worry in the world. The sun bronzing your skin, sand trickling between your toes, the sound of waves. Wait, what? Where did all the water go? Did you see it going out? Now what? Better act quickly. In a matter of minutes, you may be underwater. Here's what you can do to survive a tsunami. Tsunamis are triggered by intense underwater activity, usually an earthquake or an underwater volcanic eruption. These events displace huge volumes of water, pushing it up from the ocean's floor to its surface. But when gravity pulls it back down, all this built-up energy is released outwards, forming deadly waves that grow stronger as they ripple across the ocean. A tsunami's waves can be 100 kilometers long and sometimes taller than 30 meters.
Holy crap.
They can travel across whole oceans, moving at the speed of a jet airplane. So with such speed, strength, and stamina, how does anyone stand a chance? Even in a tsunami hazard zone, you can still survive if you know what to do. The first step to survival is to be able to identify the early signs of a tsunami.
It's not like if we're gonna find out in this video anyway. But if the water goes, like you're on a beach and the water goes like back.
So it's not so close to the people?
The Pacific Ocean is home to volatile tectonic activity, which explains why 75% of the world's volcanic eruptions and 90% of the world's earthquakes occur in the Pacific. These geological disturbances are the reason why 85% of all tsunamis happen in the Pacific Ocean. In most cases, an earthquake comes before a tsunami, so if you're near the coast and you experience an earthquake, protect yourself from that first. But once the shaking stops, move to higher ground as quickly as possible. The beach will grow bigger. Run the other way. An early sign of an impending tsunami is that the water along the coast will recede. It pulls back and exposes the sea floor. Do not go to the beach to investigate. You'll only be putting yourself at risk for when the water surges back. Instead, head in the opposite direction. Try to get as far as 3.5 kilometers from the ocean or 30 meters above sea level to ensure your safety. Get to the highest elevation possible. Tsunamis travel quickly, and you may not have enough time to clear the hazard zone. In this case, look for a tall building with a sturdy concrete foundation. If you see one nearby, run inside and get to the roof as quickly as possible. If you can't make it to a building in time, your best bet is to grab onto something and hold on. Though that might not sound very
Man, can't you just like jump in a dumpster or something?
practical, hold the eye roll for a moment. In the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, an Indonesian woman was finally rescued after holding onto a palm tree for 5 days straight. While it isn't ideal, if you can't get to higher ground in time, you need to find something to hold on to.
Yeah, and then the sharks, the snakes, the alligators, the whatever bite you.
As the tsunami moves inland, it will sweep tons of debris along with it. This can be very dangerous as the accumulation of debris traveling at high speeds become fatal obstacles for anyone who's caught in the current. However, many tsunami victims have been saved by climbing on to detached roofs or holding on tightly to floating cars or other large objects. Of course, if you've made it this far, your troubles aren't over yet. A tsunami isn't one wave, but a series of waves known as a tsunami wave train. Waves may be anywhere from 5 minutes apart to an hour apart. And be aware that the first wave that hits isn't always the strongest. So even when you think it's over, stay where you're safe until you hear from local officials. It goes without saying, tsunamis are terrifying. And when a 30-meter wave is hurtling towards you at 800 kilometers per hour, you're probably feeling pretty helpless. But have faith in science. trust empirical research, and you'll see there's always a way out. We'll keep showing you, one episode at a time.
Subscribe. Do your thing. Do your thing. We out of here. We out of here. Deuces.